Three former Manchester United managers were fired in less than 4 days. This is quite alarming. The football world is shaking. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was fired from Besiktas because he couldn't qualify for the Conference League. Jose Mourinho was fired from Fenerbahce because he also couldn't qualify for Champions League, but this was just days apart. And the record-breaking dismissal in Bundesliga occurred with Erik ten Hag, who was fired just after 2 weeks in charge of Bayern Leverkusen. The results were poor. That wasn't what they expected from him, and it was dismissed on spot without blemish. They told him right up, you have to leave. Even the board, the whole board was against him. They came on air and said, yeah, they had to dismiss him now that it has not gone far. They preferred it that way. Erik ten Hag was a very well-respected coach before he came to Manchester United at Ajax. You can check the history. He has done really good for himself. To see him being treated this way, it is not good. And also, he will be compensated for the early dismissal. He had already raked in £1 million, but for the dismissal to come this week, they have to pay him £5 million. So I think it is all good at the end of the day. The 2025 summer transfer has been massive with lots of record-breaking transfer. And this particular season, transfer record, the highest so far, happened twice with Liverpool. This was the very first season that Premier League spent above £3 billion. Liverpool taking the cake of it all. They brought in Isak, a top 5 striker in a top 5 team. Isak will do well. He's a prolific striker. He's a very, very good buy for Liverpool. Like I see Liverpool is well balanced and well nurtured. They are going places this season. Definitely. They are going to make it very, very far. But it begs the question, where will Ekitike play since Isak has come? But that being said, I think Ekitike will be used as a reserve to Isak, because playing both of them up front is not the pattern that Arne Slot favors. But we'll come to see what's happened to Ekitike, because he started off the season with flying colors. Honestly, the guy has been performing wonders. Although we know Isak is an injury-prone player, so I believe Ekitike has an edge over him on that. Ekitike is most likely to play more matches than him. So I think that is also going to help Ekitike. But in the long run, when you have a full team with players like Salah, Gakpo, Florian Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Isak, your team is filled up. This is going to give Arne Slot a whole lot of problem when selecting, but it is still good because it is great that the coach has options. Not when two of your strikers are down, there's nobody to bring in. You have to use a false nine or use an attacking midfielder to play a false nine. It's going to be disastrous. So I think in that aspect, Arne Slot is well covered, and it has shown and proved that Liverpool had made a statement that they want to retain the title. So probably this season they might get the Premier League, FA, and Champions League if need be. But definitely they massively need silverwares coming in this year. Mark G, here we go. Oh, sorry, the deal is off. Mark G must be one of the most controversial signings this transfer season that occurred in the Premier League. Earlier on, Liverpool reached out to Crystal Palace with a deal worth over £35 million and add-ons that they want to sack Mark G, which Crystal Palace dragged to the last deadline day, to pull off for the transfer. But the agreement was, before Crystal Palace could sell Mark G to Liverpool, they need a replacement. And they actually got a replacement, sort of. It came from Brighton, Igor. Igor had already done medicals at Crystal Palace and he passed. Same with Maggi. Maggi already done medicals with Liverpool and he also passed. So by the end of the day, on deadline day, I don't know, Igor decided to sign for West Ham, another London club. It was very disastrous to Liverpool. To Liverpool, yeah. By the end of the day, I think Crystal Palace gained some, because if you check it out, Crystal Palace already built a momentum. If somebody like Magdiu leaves, it will disrupt the dressing room massively. The dressing room will be disrupted. And also, Glasner, the coach of Crystal Palace, also told the board, if Crystal Palace sells Magdiu without a suitable replacement, that he will quit immediately. And I think that took effect with Magdiu still being in the club. He's the club captain, so it's very, very important to Glasner in selecting his team properly. And in other news, Liverpool and Arsenal are the teams to watch out this season. They both brought in the front line of the Swedish attack with the person of Alexander Isak and Victor Gyökeres. Both of them scored 20 plus goals this season. 20 plus goals that season, right? So we are hoping that they perform the same in Premier League this season. Let's see how it goes.